My name is Christina, and at 33 years old, I came home early from work last Thursday. Bad stomach from a sketchy taco truck near the office. I was supposed to be at a client meeting until 6, but bailed around 2 p.m. I walked into our townhouse expecting silence. Instead, I heard laughter from upstairs. My boyfriend Michael, 35, and what sounded like his book club friends. We'd been together for years, living together for 2. I was heading to the bathroom when I heard my name and stopped on the stairs. Honestly, Christina's lucky I'm even with her. Michael's voice was clear as day. Like, I could do so much better. Remember that surgeon from the conference? She's been texting me nonstop. Her friend Jasmine laughed. Girl, why don't you just upgrade then? Because Christina's convenient. She pays most of the rent, handles all the boring house stuff. Plus, her mom adores me. She keeps hinting about her grandmother's ring. That thing's worth like 40 grand. Another voice, probably Tasha. So you're just waiting for the ring? Basically. Get married. Coast for a year or 2. Then, if Ms. Surgeon is still interested... Michael laughed. Christina's sweet, but God, she's so basic. Her idea of romance is Olive Garden. Her biggest ambition is middle management. I'm playing a long game here. My legs felt like jelly. I sat right there on the stairs. Jasmine again. That's cold, Michael. It's smart. She's a safety net with good credit and a stable job. Do you know how hard it is to find that in this economy? I'll upgrade when I'm financially secure. I sat there for maybe 10 more minutes listening to them dissect my inadequacies, my boring hobbies. Apparently, golf is for old men. My Toyota Camry wasn't impressive enough. Even my cooking. Too much seasoning, trying too hard. I didn't confront him, didn't storm in. I just quietly went back downstairs, grabbed a duffel bag from the garage, and started packing. Only essentials. Clothes, laptop, important documents. I left a note on the kitchen counter. You're free now. Find someone less basic. Don't contact me. I drove to my sister Nina's place and turned off my phone. 3 days later, I turned my phone on. 62 missed calls from Michael. 31 texts ranging from confusion to anger to panic. Where are you? This isn't funny, Christina. Are you seriously this immature? I was joking with my friends. You can't just leave. Answer your phone. How am I supposed to pay rent? Your mom keeps calling me about Sunday dinner. This is financial abuse. That last one made me laugh. Financial abuse because I stopped being his safety net. Then Nina's doorbell rang. It was Michael and his sister Carly. Nina answered. I stayed upstairs. Michael, where is she? I know she's here. Nina said calmly. She doesn't want to see you. Carly jumped in. This is ridiculous. She can't just abandon him over some girl talk. Nina's voice hardened. Girl talk? You called her a meal ticket with good credit. Michael started crying. The fake kind. Lots of noise. No actual tears. I didn't mean it that way. She took it out of context. Nina replied, What context makes I'll upgrade after I get the ring sound better? Carly said, She's going to be homeless. The rent is due in 2 weeks. Sounds like she'd better call that surgeon she was bragging about. They left after more dramatics. An hour later, I got a call from my mom. Michael had called her crying about how I abandoned him and he might get evicted. Mom was confused until I explained. She went quiet, then asked, What about my mother's ring? Yeah, Mom was pissed. Turns out she'd been planning to give it to me soon for a proposal. Not anymore. The entitlement didn't stop there. Michael enlisted his whole squad. Jasmine messaged me saying I was overreacting to harmless venting. Tasha posted a vague Facebook status about women who can't handle strong men. Carly threatened to sue me for breach of verbal contract because I'd said I'd pay rent through the lease. My response? I contacted my landlord and explained I needed off the lease due to the relationship ending. Since only my name was on it, Michael's credit had been trash when we moved in. The landlord said I could give 30-day notice. I did it immediately. Michael now had 27 days to either take over the lease, which he wouldn't qualify for, or find a new place. 1 week later, the extinction burst hit hard. First came the love bombing. Michael showed up at my office with a whole production. Flowers, my favorite coffee, wearing the dress I'd bought him for our anniversary. Security stopped him at reception. God bless corporate protocols. He made enough of a scene that my manager, Brad, heard about it and called me in. I explained briefly. Brad, twice divorced, just nodded. Been there. Take some personal days if you need them. When that didn't work, Michael went nuclear on social media. He posted a long essay about how I was emotionally manipulative and controlling, How I monitored his friendships and isolated him from support systems. Pure projection. Some mutual friends bought it. I got messages asking why I was being so cruel. I didn't argue, I just sent them the same message. Ask him about the surgeon from the conference. Most came back apologizing after getting his flustered non-answer. Then came the financial desperation. He applied to take over the lease. Denied. Applied for 3 other apartments. Denied. That good credit he mocked me for? Turns out it mattered. His solution was having Carly call me. Michael's willing to forgive you if you come back. I laughed. He's willing to forgive me? That's generous, but I'll pass. You're going to regret this. He was the best thing in your pathetic life. My pathetic life is pretty peaceful now, actually. She's going to be homeless because of you. She's going to be homeless because she treated someone she saw as beneath her, like a credit card with feelings. But the peak entitlement came the next day. I got a text from an unknown number. It's Michael borrowing someone's phone. Christina, I need $3,500 for a security deposit and first month's rent. You owe me that much after everything I did for you. I made you look like less of a loser. I went to your boring company parties. I pretended to care about your stupid golf stories. That's worth something. I replied, you're right. It is worth something. It's worth knowing exactly who you are. No money. Lose this number. Then another text came in, this time from his mom, Helen. Christina, honey, Michael made a mistake, but leaving him destitute is cruel. You're better than this. Help him with the deposit and you can both move on. I liked Helen, so I responded gently. Helen, I heard your child tell his friends I was a placeholder until he could find someone better. He was waiting for an expensive ring to coast through marriage before upgrading. I'm not being cruel. I'm being done. Helen didn't respond. 2 weeks since D-Day. Michael found a solution to his housing crisis. He moved in with that surgeon he'd been bragging about. Yes, really. Apparently, when faced with homelessness, he reached out to Dr. Wonderful, told her some sob story about his abusive ex, me, who threw him out with no warning. She rescued him. I found out through Instagram. He blocked me, but forgot about my buddy Tom. Michael was posting photos from her high-rise apartment. #blessed and #upgrade complete. I thought that was the end. It wasn't. Yesterday I got an email from Michael. Subject line, you owe me, Christina. I had to throw away 3 years of my life because of your fragile ego. I'm now living with someone I barely know because you couldn't handle a private conversation. You cost me my security deposit. I can't get that back. Then he itemized it. Security deposit, $1,800. Moving costs, $400. Emotional trauma therapy, $200 per session. Lost time, priceless. I'm willing to settle for $5,000 to avoid legal action. You have 1 week. Michael. P.S. Tell your mom the ring would have been wasted on me anyway. It's ugly. The audacity. I forwarded it to my cousin, who's a lawyer. She laughed for a full 5 minutes, then replied, he has no case. Keep this for entertainment value. But wait, there was more. This morning, plot twist, the surgeon messaged me on LinkedIn. What the hell? Hey, Christina, just wanted to thank you. Michael told me everything about how you treated him. Don't worry, I'll take good care of him. He deserves someone who appreciates him. By the way, he mentioned some items of his still at your place. Designer bags and jewelry. Please send them to my address. Thanks, Diana. A couple of problems with that. 1, Michael took everything when he came by with Carly. 2, the designer bags were knockoffs from TJ Maxx. 3, the jewelry was stuff I bought him and already donated to Goodwill. Jeez. I responded, Diana, he got all his belongings. By the way, ask him about the book club conversation from 3 weeks ago. Specifically the part about playing the long game. Good luck. She read it. No response. 3 weeks later. Remember Dr. Diana, the surgeon who was going to appreciate Michael properly? Yeah, about that. I got another LinkedIn message from her yesterday. You tried to warn me. I'm an idiot. He's been here 2 weeks and already redecorated my apartment. Tried to add himself to my Amex and told his friends we're getting engaged next month. We've never discussed marriage. How did you last 3 years? I didn't respond. Not my circus anymore. But Michael wasn't done with me yet. He somehow found out I was getting a promotion announced on the company website. Regional manager. The exact middle management ambition he mocked. I got an email from his work address. Christina, heard about your promotion. Regional manager. How exciting for you. That must come with quite a raise. Since we built our careers together during our relationship, I think it's only fair that I benefit from your success. I sacrificed opportunities to support you. I'm consulting with a lawyer about palimony laws in our state. Let's settle this without courts. $10,000 and we're even. M. P.S. Diana and I are over. She was too controlling, wanted me to pay half the rent. Can you believe it? Currently at Jasmine's place. Palimony. We weren't married. We weren't even engaged. We were roommates who slept together, according to his own words. I forwarded it to my cousin again. Her response? He's delusional. Also, palimony isn't even recognized in our state. Tell him to pound sand. I didn't tell him anything. I just blocked the email. But the universe wasn't done teaching lessons. My mom ran into Helen at the grocery store. Helen was embarrassed. Apparently, Michael had moved back home after Diana kicked him out. At 35, he was back in his childhood bedroom, working part-time at the same marketing job he'd had for 4 years. That big career he claimed to be building. According to Helen, he was reassessing his priorities. Helen apologized to my mom for Michael's behavior, said she raised her son better than that. My mom, being classy, just said, "We all make choices, Helen." Then came the final act of desperation. Michael created a fake Instagram profile to message me. "Christina, I know you hate me, but I'm literally drowning. Lost my apartment. Diana turned out to be a narcissist. My friends are tired of my drama, and my car just got repossessed. Couldn't make payments without your help with rent. I was stupid and cruel, and I know that now. I just need $2,000 to get back on my feet. Please, I'm begging you for what we had." What we had was him using me as a wallet while shopping for upgrades. I screenshotted it and sent it to Nina with the caption, "Look, he's down to $2,000 from $10,000. Black Friday sale prices." She replied, "Still overpriced." I didn't respond to Michael. Blocked that account too. 6 weeks later, closure came in an unexpected way. I was at Costco loading up my car when I heard my name. I turned around. It was Jasmine. She looked uncomfortable. Hey. Look, I owe you an apology. What Michael said that day, we should have called him out. It was gross. And everything since. He's been lying to everyone about what happened. I shrugged. Not my problem anymore. She's not doing well, Jasmine added. Living with his parents. They gave him an ultimatum. Get a full-time job and pay rent or move out. He's been applying everywhere, but burning bridges has consequences. Even Diana warned people in her network about him. Okay. He keeps saying you ruined his life. He ruined his own life when he decided I was just a safety net with good credit. Jasmine nodded. Fair. For what it's worth, you dodged a bullet. He's already on Tinder looking for the next safety net. She showed me her phone. His bio read, "Looking for a generous woman who knows how to treat a king." We parted ways. No anger anymore. Just relief. Later that day, I got one last email from Michael. Different address. "Christina, this is my last attempt. I'm sorry for everything. I was shallow, materialistic, and cruel. I threw away something real for a fantasy that didn't exist. You deserve better. I'm in therapy now. Mom's insurance. Working on myself. I don't expect forgiveness or help. Just wanted you to know the person on those stairs that day. That's not who I want to be anymore. Take care. Michael." Maybe it was genuine. Maybe it was manipulation. It didn't matter. I deleted it. Life update. The promotion came with a 40% raise. I moved into a better apartment. 1 bedroom, killer location, and it's mine. I started playing golf with Brad and some women from work. Turns out it's actually fun when nobody's calling it boring old person stuff. I met someone at Nina's barbecue last weekend. Adam, a veterinarian. He insisted on splitting the check on our first coffee date. When I mentioned I work in supply chain management, he said, "That must be challenging with all the global disruptions lately," instead of checking his phone. We're taking it slow, very slow, but he seems to see me as a person, not a credit score with benefits. Looking back, that Thursday afternoon stomachache might have been the best thing that ever happened to me. If I hadn't come home early, I might have proposed to someone who saw me as nothing more than a stepping stone. The ring? Mom still has it. She says she'll know when it's time to pass it on. When I find someone who sees Christina, not Christina's wallet. To anyone in a similar situation, trust your gut. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And when they tell their friends you're basic and they're playing the long game, pack your bags and leave them a note. Their missed calls will tell you everything you need to know about what you really meant to them. Not love lost, just a meal ticket gone. Peace out. Edit. Since some asked, no, I didn't take him back when he apologized. That bridge isn't just burned. It's been demolished, buried, and had a Walmart built over it. Also, Diana messaged again, asking if I wanted to grab a beer and compare notes. Declined.